I have to admit something. 5 things, actually. 5 things I did behind my boyfriend's back. And he never found out. And before you start judging me, let me just say, I'm not telling this because I'm proud. I'm telling this because it's been eating me alive. Because sometimes the secrets you keep feel heavier than the truth. I'm 26 now. But when this all happened, I was 22. Back then, I thought I was in love. His name doesn't matter, so let's just call him Adam. He was my first real relationship, the kind where you're meeting families, spending holidays together, even talking about moving in. He wasn't perfect, but he was mine. And at that age, that felt like everything. But here's the thing about me. I've always had this restless streak. Even when things were good, I'd find myself wondering, what if? What if I was missing out? What if there was more out there? And instead of facing those questions honestly, I started making choices in the shadows. Little choices that snowballed into bigger ones. Until one day I realized I had a whole hidden life Adam knew nothing about. So here it is, the 5 things I did behind his back, the 5 secrets that still haunt me. Secret 1. The lie about my job. At the time, I was working part-time at a bookstore. Adam thought it was just a side gig while I applied for real jobs. That's what I told him. But the truth? I wasn't applying anywhere. I was lost, burnt out, and terrified of failing. Every night I'd sit at my laptop, pretend to send applications, and instead binge-watch shows or scroll online. And when Adam would ask, "Any luck today?" I'd smile and say, "Yeah, I sent out a few more resumes." He thought I was this ambitious, hard-working girl chasing her dreams. In reality, I was hiding from them, and the guilt, it piled up fast. Because every time he told his friends, "She's so dedicated, she's going to land something amazing soon," I wanted to crawl out of my skin. My Secret 2. The night I kissed someone else. It was at a party, a friend of a friend's birthday. Adam couldn't make it because he had an early shift the next day. I went alone, telling him I'd just hang out for a bit. But a few drinks in, the music loud, the crowd buzzing, I found myself talking to this guy I barely knew. He made me laugh, asked me questions Adam hadn't asked in months, and for one reckless second, I let myself believe I was single. And then it happened. A kiss, quick, sloppy, meaningless. I pulled away immediately, panic flooding me. But when I got home that night and Adam kissed me like nothing was wrong, I knew I'd crossed a line I could never admit to. I told myself it was nothing, just a moment. But deep down, I knew it was the start of me hiding who I really was. Secret 3. Checking his phone. This one makes me feel gross, but it's the truth. Adam was never shady with his phone. He left it lying around, no passcode, no secrets. And maybe that's why I felt this pull to check it. Not because I had reason to, but because I could. So while he showered, I'd scroll. Messages, emails, even his search history. He never gave me a reason not to trust him, but I still looked. Maybe because I didn't trust myself, and it was easier to project that onto him. I never found anything. He was loyal, good, solid. And every time I put that phone back down, I hated myself a little more. Secret 4. Pretending to like his family. This one sounds small, but honestly, it felt huge. Adam's family adored me. His mom would call me her future daughter-in-law. His dad joked about us having kids. His sister asked me for advice like I was already part of the family. And I smiled through all of it. I played the role perfectly. But the truth? I didn't like them. I didn't feel connected. I found his mom overbearing, his dad judgmental, his sister exhausting. And every time I sat at their dinner table laughing at their jokes, I felt like a fraud. I knew Adam dreamed of blending our families one day, of big holidays and vacations together, and I knew I didn't want that, but I never said a word. Secret 5. Planning my exit. This is the one that hurts the most. Because while Adam was talking about rings and apartments, I was secretly imagining my life without him. I'd make lists in my journal, places I'd move, jobs I'd apply for, people I'd reconnect with. I'd tell myself it was just daydreaming, but deep down, I was building a life where he didn't exist. And the worst part? Sometimes when he held me, I'd picture the moment I'd finally walk away, and instead of sadness, I felt relief. Looking back now, the wildest part isn't what I did. It's that Adam never knew. He trusted me completely. He looked at me with so much love, so much certainty, and had no idea I was hiding all these cracks beneath the surface. And sometimes, when I think about it, I wonder, was I protecting him by keeping quiet, or was I just protecting myself from facing the truth? Let me pause here and ask you, if you'd been in my shoes, would you have confessed? Or would you have stayed silent, letting him live in that bubble of trust? Because I still don't know which would have hurt more. Eventually we broke up, but not because of any of this. It was simple, really. He got a job offer in another city, and I told him I didn't want to move. We cried, hugged, promised to stay friends, and that was that. He never found out about the kiss, the lies, the snooping, the daydreams of leaving him behind. To him, we were just two people who grew apart. To me, we were two people living completely different realities. It's been 4 years since then, and I still think about Adam, not because I miss him, but because I miss the version of myself I could have been if I'd been honest. I wonder if I robbed him of something, the chance to love someone who was truly present, truly loyal, truly invested. Instead, he got me, half in, half out, hiding 5 secrets he'll never know. And here's the truth. I don't regret leaving. I don't regret not marrying him. What I regret is how I stayed long after I knew I wasn't the person he thought I was. By the way, if you're still listening to this, hit that like button, not for me, but for anyone who's ever kept a secret too heavy to carry alone. A few months ago, I saw Adam on social media. He's engaged now. His fiancée looks sweet, genuine, the kind of girl who probably doesn't check his phone when he's in the shower. And for the first time, I felt happy for him. Because maybe that's what he always deserved, someone who didn't need 5 secrets just to survive the relationship. So yeah, those are the 5 things I did behind my boyfriend's back and never got caught. And sometimes I wonder, maybe the worst betrayal wasn't any one of those secrets. Maybe the worst betrayal was pretending to be someone I never really was. That's my confession.